again. I hope you are all well and are staying at home to stay safe. This week I am back focusing on exercises which are suitable for individuals with cardiac conditions. First of all, we're going to start with a suitable warm-up. It has been recommended by the British Association for Cardiovascular Prevention and Rehabilitation that a warm-up should be up to 15 minutes long, and it should increase gradually, as it will increase coronary blood flow to match myocardial demand. Therefore, we are going to start off with just a gentle march. You can do this seated or behind the chair, it's entirely up to you. We're going to do a variety of stretches and movements, incorporating the arms as well. If you feel comfortable, you can remove your hands from the chair. You're then just going to point your toes out in front of you. I'll perform a few different movements and you'll obviously do your warm-up for up to 15 minutes at home. You can then bring those feet out to the side. And you can then bring it into a heel toe. You can then hold that foot out in front of you, bring your toes up towards your body, keep a slight bend in your opposite knee. When you're performing any stretches, try and keep your toes moving just to prevent blood pooling and aid venous return. You can then perform the same stretch on the other side. So you should really feel this in the back of your leg. Remember to keep those toes moving. And just back into your march there. I'm going to take those legs out to the side again, a little bit faster this time. One leg out to the side and hold that stretch there. You should feel it on the inside of your leg. Again, you can hold onto the chair if you need to, and you can do all of these seated as well. And then over onto the other side. Good, and just back into your side taps. So you should be slowly warming up now. And we're just going to bring those toes out to the front again. And at the same time, we're going to bring one arm across our body and just stretch it out. So we're keeping those toes moving at all times. And the same on the other side. Good, and bring those legs out to the side again. And we're just going to go into a side step. So we're slowly going to start bringing our arms into it. And back into your march, lifting those legs a little bit higher this time and bring your arms up towards your shoulders. And now we're just going to roll our shoulders round whilst we march. And just marching again there. And this time we're going to take our feet out to the front and our arms out to the front. And then we're going to take our feet out to the side and our arms out to the side. So now we're incorporating both our arms and our legs, so we should really be starting to warm up now. And now we're going to take our arm above and our leg in front. So we're working on our coordination a little bit here as well. And just back into your march there. Okay, so those are a few movements that you could do for 15 minutes to get your heart rate gradually up. Okay, now that we have successfully completed a 15-minute warm-up, we are now going to move on to the main component. This is going to consist of 5 CV exercises and 5 active recovery exercises. Each you will perform for 1 minute. It's entirely up to you. Some people might do 1 CV exercise followed by 1 active recovery and vice versa, or other people might do 2 CV followed by 1 active recovery. You can decide yourself. So I'm going to show you firstly the CV exercises. First of all, we've got a hamstring curl. So you can hold on to the back of your seat, or you can have your hands by the side. It's entirely up to you, and all you're going to do is lift your leg up towards your bum. If you want to make it harder, you can add in your arms. So you'll do this for 1 minute. The next exercise is a side step. So it's nice and simple. You're just going out and in. And again, if you want to make it harder, you can add in your arms. And the third exercise is a shuttle walk. So it's entirely up to you how big your house is or where you want to walk from. So I'll just do a quick example here. Obviously, to increase that, you would just go faster or go for a longer distance. The next exercise is high knees. So again, you can hold on to the back of the chair if you want. All you're going to do is bring your knees up. If you want to, you can keep your hands out in front of you to guide you up. Obviously, to make that harder, again, you just speed it up. The final CV exercise is a sit to stand. So for that one, you're just coming forward in your seat and up, making sure you feel the back of the chair and down. Obviously, the faster you do it, the harder it will get as well. Okay, so that's your 5 CV exercises there. So I'm now going to show you your active recovery exercises. If you do have resistance bands or little dumbbells or anything, you can use that as well. It's entirely up to you. So the first one is just a very simple bicep curl. So all you're doing is holding a weight if you have one. If not, you're just raising your arms up towards your shoulders. So nice controlled movement. And again, these active recovery exercises will get done for 1 minute as well. Second exercise is a lateral raise. So for this one, your arms by the side, holding your weights if you have them, and you're just raising up towards your shoulders and down. Always ensure you keep a slight bend in your knees when you're doing any of these exercises standing. Okay, now we're going to do a hip abductor. So for this one, you can hold on to the chair if you want. You're just bringing your leg out and in. So you can do 30 seconds on one side and 30 seconds on the other. Okay, and the next exercise is heel raises. So for this one, you can hold on to the chair again if you want to. You're just raising up onto the balls of your toes and down. So it's just a nice controlled movement. Hold it up there for 3 and down. So to make it harder, you can hold on to some weights as well. Okay, and the last exercise is front raises. So again, if you have any weights, you can use them for this one. Arms at the front and you're just raising above. Always ensure for the active recovery exercises, if they are arm exercises, that you're always making sure you're moving your toes just to aid the venous return and prevent the blood from pooling. So those are all your exercises for today. So you can mix them around as much as you want depending on your fitness levels. It's entirely up to you. Okay, now that we've successfully completed the main component of our workout, we are now going to do a cool down. A cool down should be up to 10 to 15 minutes. A cool down is extremely important, and especially we need to ensure that throughout the stretches we are still moving our toes, as there is an increased risk of venous pooling due to slowing of the baroreceptor responsiveness. A cool down is also extremely important as it minimises the risk of arrhythmic episodes by ensuring that sympathetic activity and circulating catecholamines have returned to their pre-exercise levels. You can do this seated or standing. It's entirely up to you and how you performed your exercises before. All we're going to do is start off with a very light march. You're going to take your feet out in front of you, really pointing those toes and stretching the back of your leg at the same time. And you can bring them out to the side, so you should feel that stretching the inside of your leg as well. And just back into your march there. And bringing your toes out in front of you again. And we're just going to go into our heel toe. And back into your march there. And we're going to take that leg out in front of us and stretch the back of our leg there. So we should really feel it up the back of our leg and ensure that you're moving your toes throughout. If you can't feel it, bring your toes closer towards your body. And the same on the other side. And then taking those legs out to the side again. So it's very similar movements that you do in the warm-up, but it's just slow drip down. This time you're going to hold your leg out to the side so you can stretch the inside of your leg there. Remember to take some nice deep breaths throughout. And the same on the other side. And just marching your legs there. So all we're going to do is keep our hands by the side of our body, just slowly move down to the side. You're going to keep your toes moving. And the same on the other side. So we're just stretching our side. If you want to, you can also bring your arm over and back down. And just give your feet a little march again. And all you're going to do this time is bring your arm across your body, keeping those toes moving. And the same on the other side. Good. Now you're going to place your hands on the small of your back and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Just make sure your toes are moving there. You don't need to march fully. And then bringing our arms out in front of us and really pushing forward. We should feel that across our back. Now we're just going to raise our arms above our head. Take some nice deep breaths. And the opposite way. And relax there. So you're obviously going to do your cool down for up to 15 minutes, but those are some ideas of stretches and movements that you can do. I hope you enjoyed the workout, and I hope you are all staying at home and staying safe. Thank you.